After visiting a friend who is well versed in SR20s and learning about the potential cause of the symptoms Danny was experiencing, we thought it would be best to review his 240SX and diagnose what we can. So, where do we start?
I don't know, man.
Let's get a spark plug out.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then he was mentioning something about the wire back here. That little. That's how you check the timing? The
Yeah, that's
one?
news to me. I just pinched it around
Cylinder 1, right?
here.
Guess it's different for SR.
That looks very white. Which I believe is lean. Where was it?
In the shop.
Nice. Check this out.
Oh. It's fine.
I don't think so.
I mean,
It's not rich.
yeah.
That color, from what I understand, is lean.
Yeah. But you're running kind of lean, aren't you?
Correct. But that's very lean.
True.
To me, that seems pretty lean.
Kind of odd, because, like, what about the oil thing?
I think that's the turbo, and it's just coming out exhaust. It's not getting.
You think the turbo is leaking oil?
Yeah.
Very possible.
Because it's exhaust spiking like Chris was saying. That's his only explanation for the kind of boost creep that I'm getting. I always wanted to have an FD with a 1 or 2 JZ. That's
No,
Yeah.
no, man. You're ruining it. You're ruining it. Ruining it, I'll tell you. Why would you suggest that, man?
because
No.
2JZ anything.
Frick no. RV? Yeah.
A 1J is stronger than an RV
You think I care?
all day long.
You think I care? I don't care about what's best. I care about what I want.
What I want is a rotary.
Yep. That's right. Let's try something else here. I need a flathead.
What are you gonna do?
You got a nice long flathead somewhere?
In that rack over there. So, we thought it would be best to go to an expert at Spectrum Motorsports He's hand built many of these, and he has built my turbo and knows what's up. And he turns to me and he says, "How did this not blow up? You should check your spark plugs, check compression, leak down, because it's a miracle that it didn't blow up, knocking at the speed I was going and possibly pre-detonating and going from 5 pounds of boost, roughly 5 grand, nothing before that, who knows why, and then from 5 grand to 7 grand, it just up to 28 psi." And he's like, wait a minute, what kind of gas are you using?" The best I can from pump gas, 94 at best or 93 Shell. "And you're doing 28 psi?"
Yeah.
He hadn't heard or seen, and just, no, that's not possible.
Take a look at this spark plug. It's like leaned out like crazy and smells terrible. That one's the worst one out of the 4.
Well, that one had lowest compression to begin with.
It's also the farthest.
This one actually
cylinder.
looks cleaner than cylinder 2.
It's the farthest cylinder, which gets the hottest.
Yeah.
And it smells the leanest out of them all.
Yeah, there's the least amount of black. But
So
anyway, let's poke our light down.
we are
Stepped on Kitty a little bit.
following the advice of the professional, trying to assess the damage, and then
Or the lack thereof.
or the lack thereof, and then adjust the timing and just figure out where we're losing fluids and other things as well.
Check that
At
camera
the same
outside.
time. You're hitting the spark plug thing farther down.
That means that the timing is retarded a little bit,
Stupid engine.
because that's the hottest piston, and it's running the best. Ish.
And advancing it would... I'm not following.
It would lean out a little more, which I don't know what I'm doing, but
Advancing the time would lean it out? You sure? Advancing it
would make it
means-
run hotter.
No, because advancing it means there's more fuel getting injected before the spark plug ignites it.
More fuel.
Injecting it into there, and then after it reaches top dead center, it goes down a little, spark plug hits. You know what I'm saying? Retarding it means that you're setting it off before top dead center,
Oh.
which is a terrible idea in most cases, right? Advancing it means you're igniting it after top dead center. So, or at least closer to. Obviously, you don't set the ignition right before top dead center because that's stupid. But retarding it more means you're closer to top dead center. Advancing it means you're farther away from top dead center. So when they're talking about it in tuning, they actually start the ignition cycle early relative to when it actually is supposed to hit. So if you advance it to 20 degrees after top dead center, then you're setting it off, you're setting the ignition timing cycle to happen pretty much right before top dead center. You know what I'm saying? Because you want full spark power at 20 degrees after top dead center, so you start the spark cycle right before somewheres. Is that the right threading?
I don't know.
It's pretty similar.
I'm too afeared
Afeared?
to do things.
What do you mean afeared?
Afraid.
You're getting these spark plugs, right?
Not yet.
That's fine. force set is that broken?
I have them somewhere. Alright, so we're just pull these off.
Okay. What'd you get?
I think I got 130.
That's not bad.
One. 125, 130, 135. Yeah, 130. Ready when you are.
Okay, going to crank. Nice, that's good.
Cylinder 4 was the bad one.
Before, yeah.
Yeah, it was at 90.
Well, as Chris said, a compression test really only tells you that the compression test is working.
The tester is.
Yeah, that's right.
You want me to throttle open?
Yeah, throttle's open.
Yeah, go ahead. That's what it is.
130. That's good. That is ideal all around for this engine. That's interesting then.
That's interesting.
So, we have a little bit of carbon buildup. We have compression that's normal across the board, according to this engine.
Cylinder 3 is down by 10.
That's okay. That's within spec. You want like if you're, when we did the compression test on my KAs, that was bad. Because that was 150, 150, 100, 100. 50 is the maximum variation you can have. Maximum. 10, that's in spec. So, what do we do next? Put it all back?
Move that wire. I think.
Yes, right. We have to electrical tape this instead of
Where's that
over here.
yellow box? We gotta reroute it somehow.
That too. Rerouted the wiring harness for the ignition. We're going through the intake runners like a lot of 240 guys do. Just much cleaner and, you know, away from the heat of the exhaust. Hopefully that'll solve that issue of melting wires, which we didn't have. And then we did the wastegate just down there. We took off we took it off basically because our professional, he said, I wasn't really paying attention to the conversation, but he said that it's best to do that when you're not sure about turbo actions, because as we said before, going from 5 psi to 28 psi is not right. So that was his advice to fixing the problem, and or at least fixing the problem temporarily and getting a better idea of what's going on. So we'll see how that goes. We'll do some streeting it and see if that kind of changes the way that the turbo acts, and hopefully it means that we won't have so much of a crazy spike in PSI, which also means that hopefully we won't get as much running lean. We're also going to be changing the timing, advancing it more from what it is now to hopefully help with some of that as well. We'll see how that goes. computer off of there?
Yeah, just put it on my seat.
Okay. Look at this. Basically nothing now.
Yeah.
So it was this high joint over here that was making noises, right? At least that's what we thought. Man, I don't like that. E-brake.
That's the brake noise. It's kind of hard to check.
Yeah, very hard.
Situation.
This is, I don't think you're supposed to be doing this kind of job on a lift like this.
Maybe it's because
this camber rod, this heim joint here, doesn't have any play. It's like really stiff comparatively this guy. You can see that there's a little bit of movement in there. Some clunky noises coming from over here, so thinking that maybe it's this guy. It's just too tight.
oh my goodness.
What? What? It wasn't that fell? What was it?
That's hilarious. How did that stay there? Wow. I had lost my power steering pump cap and it was just chilling on the...
Thought it fell onto the road somewhere.
Just chilling right there.
Wow.
Doing a gravel road, going like 60 kilometers an hour, it decided to come off. Not that I needed it, but... Is that actually going on?
I just thought to get the camera for a flashlight. You guys can't help us. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow. Juicy Lucy.
Oh, yeah. Again. Look at this, guys. Freaking loose. That thing was gonna come off any second, man. No more coolant leak now, right?
That one's snugged up. Concerning.
We were doing some more work here under the car. Instead of suspension stuff, we decided to switch to the power steering. Because we actually deleted it a while back, as you probably already know. But we wanted to kind of clean it up a bit more. So we took the whole pump out and undid all the plumbing. And then Danny fitted up this kind of I don't know what you want to call it, return thing, so that it's just covered up and there's no dirt getting in there. And that way just makes the whole place cleaner. The stock power steering lines go from here and then travels down this way, and then it goes under this where the oil pan is, loops up, goes back, and then comes back up there. So it's a really weird setup, and it just looks ugly and takes a lot of space, and we were running without the power steering anyways, so might as well just get rid of it. And back here, just checked a few things. We loosened this up and adjusted it, so now you can see it's got some room again. Hopefully that'll fix the noise that it was making. And then we also did this little trick. If you don't know about it, you can use these kind of hose clamps on exhaust mounts to kind of stiffen up the whole exhaust. Because when you go too low and you put hard mounts on here, the whole exhaust just like rattles like crazy, or it scrapes the ground, you know, like you can see here, although that just happens anyways. So if you do this, then it doesn't move around as much. We also found out that there is a pretty bad oil leak coming from up here, over here where the timing chain cover is. You can see right there, oil's leaking out of there, and there isn't even any oil circulating through the engine right now, and it's just, look at that, it's just seeping. Look at that. Ridiculous, man. So we're gonna have to figure out what to do about that.